Race day!
This is the finish straight, so the entrance at the top there, you come in from the right and turn left, and you think you're finished, but it's quite a little stretch to push home to the finish there at the red arch. Let's go and get registered. Saggers, surname S-A-G-G-E-R-S. Brilliant, thank you. Nine, 1, 2. Let's rock. Right, and we're off. So I'm going to voice over this race, but fear not, it is cut. It's not the whole race. I won't put you through my suffering and puffing and panting. So as we can see, a really big field on a relatively narrow road, up to 1,000 runners reported in the results. So yeah, big field, mass start. It was hectic and very fast, and I did get dragged along, and the check there, as you see, crikey, too fast. So I eased it back, but still went through the first K in 3:35, which is, I don't know, 8 to 10 seconds quicker than what I had it in my head that I needed to do. I was thinking around 3:43 pace would get me just a bit dipping under 30 minutes, but obviously dependent on the day and the variances with the Garmin and the course measurements. But I did make that call. I need to back off, or I'm just going to blow a gasket big time. And that's what I'm doing here, just backing off as we go past the school there. And the group starts to drift away that I was in, and the field does really start to thin out, and you'll see that's a theme as the race pans out. But I'm letting them go because I simply don't want to push it, even though it was a judgment call there. Do I go with that group or do I not? And as we can see, it's thinning out, more groups drifting away, people coming past me, and mentally that's quite hard to accept because I actually felt okay, but I didn't want to pay the price later down the line towards the end of the race. So these groups and individuals sort of trickling ahead of me now, I just got to let them go, and that's what I'm doing, focusing on keeping the pace at a more manageable level that I know I'm not going to blow. Here we go, the first little loop is kind of complete. That's the leisure centre there on the left, and these guys are drifting away as I ease off the pace around the bend, and some nice support there, quite good support really. And we're coming up to the first mile now, and the pace has dropped overall to about 3:41. Seeing that, I thought, that's not bad, I'm feeling okay, maybe I should try and keep it at that pace and have a bit of contingency and get some time in the bank. So here we are, coming up to mile 1. Cheers Gary for the cheering and the photographs on the left there. The field is still stringing out though, and the mile 1, I had a quick look at my watch there, it was 6:05 that I had. Not sure the accuracy of the markers, but slight sort of concern. 6:05 is a bit too slow really if I'm going to stand a chance at dipping under 30 minutes. And this guy came past and I thought, great, somebody's passing me. Let's see if we can work together, get some really good consistent pace going. and that was in my head. But soon after he passed me, I sensed he was slowing, to be honest. There's a slight rise. Can't really tell on here, it's not a hill, it's just a tiny rise, and he seemed to slow as soon as he came past me. And I didn't want to move away from that kind of comfort flow that I was in. Checking kilometre 2, which was 3:45, which is, I'd reset. Slightly concerned that I'd gone too slow, eased back too much, and feeling isolated. But I knew overall I was on a good pace, even though that kilometre 2 was slower. But in my head, I then sort of got positive and thinking, well, great, I've reset. I'm not going to blow a gasket later on. I can work now. And as another rise came up, I could see some people slowing down, drifting back to me, and that was kind of encouraging because I was feeling okay and I wasn't putting extra effort. They were coming back to me. And as we can see, the field is thinning out. I thought I took in with these guys, but again, it just felt like I was slowing down and throwing me out my rhythm, and I need to push on and at least stay the same pace. And as we move on, it did get even thinner, and at certain points I did feel like I was kind of running on my own. But it was encouraging to see that the pace was still around 3:40 per k overall, which should get me a sub 30. And as we come up to this junction here, the guy from Silverdale Runners, I recognise him from other races, and I know that I've been ahead of him before, so I'm thinking a lot of these guys may well have started off too fast, and they're going to come back to me, which was quite hard to sort of get in my head, because as you can see, the gap's quite big now, and you can see when I turn this bend coming up, it's almost impossible to see if there's anybody ahead of me in terms of groups or individuals. I looked at kilometre 3, done in 3:43, which was good. So I'm getting faster slowly, but I'm thinking in my head, I need to ramp it up now from the halfway point. And at kilometre 4, which I did in 3:41, I knew I was heading that way because I still felt okay. I still felt like I could push on. I know naturally in a race, you think you're getting faster, but in reality you're maintaining the pace because you're just getting more tired. But I did feel like I was flowing well, and these individuals started to drift back now in dribs and drabs, and I was catching them, and when I was catching them quite fast, which was great, and I knew I was coming up to another kilometre marker soon, and I was hopeful that I was going to be sub 3:40 for that kilometre, because I did feel like I was speeding up. Like I said, whether that's just perception, I'm not sure. The 3 mile marker pulled up, I knew I was going to get a good gauge of speed when I hit 5k and that 5th kilometre to see how fast I'd gone. And there we go, kilometre 5, 3:37. Great, that was a real positive feeling in my head when I saw that 5k split. I thought I needed kind of 18:45 in my head to get under 30 minutes, so it was all looking good. The guys ahead of me were drifting back and I was catching them fast, and even a few groups were appearing up ahead, and I thought if I could latch on to some of these groups. But in reality, if I'm catching guys now and nobody's passing me, there's no latching on to these guys. I need to plough on, and the 6th kilometre of 3:34 showed why I was catching these guys, because they were probably slowing and I was gradually getting faster, which is the best way to run, and proven for me that's the best way for me to get the best out of myself, is to kind of have that gradually increasing pace, wind it up as much as I can. And now these people are really coming back to me now, and a couple of guys again I recognise. The guy in orange up ahead, I had a battle with him in the Cheadle 5 actually last year, where I finished just ahead of him, literally finishing together. So it was quite good to sort of see him ahead and feeling like I'm going to flow past these guys. And the group now ahead that he's in is appearing, and I managed to sort of run through this group and get my eyes on the next one. And as you can see, there's a big guy noted there on the right. He's huge. He's got muscles growing on muscles. I thought, flipping heck, fair play, Mr. Big Guy, for running at this pace for such a load of muscle to carry with him. So he's obviously very fit, decent runner for such a big guy. As I move through this group here, I've got my eye on the next group, to be fair, because even though I'm feeling it now, it's really starting to bite, I am feeling that flow at good speed, and I'm feeling like this sort of kilometre, this 7th kilometre is going to be another good one, which should put me in a really good stead for a good finish time. And through the group we go with the eyes on the next group. So although the field did thin out and I was questioning, wow, such a big field, why am I isolated? I think the second half of the race panned out really well for me because of these little pockets of people, groups to chase, individuals drifting back to me. It really did give me carrots to chase and really push on hard. And when you're passing people, I don't know, it just kind of makes you feel enthused and that you're running well and you're on a good one for this particular race. Again, through this group that I've just caught now, I am pushing really, really hard. There's no holding back now. I need to empty the tank because we must be coming up to the kilometre mark again now. And this guy on the right in Silverdale runner, blue top, I recognise him. I've had some races against him as well. He's running really well actually. So as we thread through this group, I'm thinking the individuals ahead, I need to aim for those, just keep pushing on, even though now it is really starting to bite. I know as soon as we start these last few twists and turns that we're getting closer to the finish. I think I scared that guy in the yellow. And here we go, this straight here takes you down to a couple of turns, and the 7th kilometre ticks by 3:33, which is, yeah, don't quite know how I did that, to be honest, probably because I'm emptying the tank, as you'll see from the finish bit. Sprints are not good for me, sprint finishes, and the legs are literally feeling it now. Yeah, they're starting to sort of jellify, but that's okay because I'm so close to the finish. That's the way it should be, and I'm still catching these stragglers. But this guy ahead of me now, this guy in the blue t-shirt, as I catch him, I feel like he's increasing the pace and he starts to pull away again. So I'm thinking, right, I'm going to tuck in with this guy. Only a couple of turns to go and we're in the finish. So I'm going to tuck in, take a micro breather, recovery, and then see if I can up the pace for the last kind of 400 metres as much as I can. So I'm tucking in behind him now. And again, I feel like he's up in the pace, and I'm sort of okay behind him. And then as I know we're approaching the finish, I just think, right, I've got one more gear left. So this for me is the turbocharger. It doesn't get any faster, and you can tell from my breathing that I'm literally on the limit, hanging on. And I could sense that he tucked in behind me, so fair play. Strong finish from that guy. Yeah, I'm in a world of hurt now, which is the way it should be. I feel like I've paced the race well. I'm struggling, and at the end of the race, that's the way it should be. And I'm still kind of thinking, can I catch these guys ahead, to be fair? And I sense that the guy, he's still following me, and he may well repass me. But that's given us both a bit of incentive, so a good bit of teamwork there. Watch the potholes. As we turn there, over the speed humps, I can see that turn into the finish straight that I described earlier on in the video, and I knew that that's it. I just need to sort of push on, turn left as hard as I can. I know I'm not going to increase the pace anymore. I've just got no sprint finish. I never have that ability to do that, and I am literally on fumes. I got a worry bead. I'm thinking positively that I'm going to get my sub 30 minutes here, but I do have a worry with the course. I look down at my watch and I'm thinking, crikey, if that finish straight drags on like I think it will, it could be close. Again, a bit of a dodgy surface there. I know a few people did actually take a tumble. Anyway, let's go. Will it be sub 30? Go, go, go. And where's the guy in blue?
Boom. Sorry I didn't commentate. Sub 30. Yes. Oh, and it hurt a lot.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. Just the one. Hey guys, I wanted to talk through the race and commentate, but I just had to concentrate, and I'm pretty wasted, dying on the last K, but made it sub 30. Well done. Hello team, thanks for watching. If you made it to the end this far of the video, that was Alsager 5 mile road race done and dusted. The build race for the British Duathlon Championships on March 24th. Let's not lose focus on that. The race though did bring in that whole race vibe, motivation, excitement, and the ability to push harder than you would do in training. So these training races are vitally important, let's remember that. Overall, yeah, really happy, can't not be happy, can I? It was chip time, 29:53, 86 or something overall, over 1,000 runners in that race. Big field, quality field, and second in 55 to 59 age cat, which is really pleasing considering I'm about to move out of that age category into the next one. So all is good. As I've said before, running is in a good place for duathlon training for me this season. The races, if I can maintain this or anywhere near it, I'll be happy. Now the job is concentrate, bringing the bike where it needs to be, maintain strength and conditioning, and staying healthy, and happy and motivated, which I will do. Just on a Zwift recovery ride now. I say recovery ride, I'm starting to puff and pant on Monday. 6 weeks to go on Sunday to that duathlon first goal of 2024, which is great. Not long to go, so I think I'm going to have a wee think over the next week and have a mini reset and build for the next sort of 5 weeks, what I can do to bring the bike up and the run up to be in top peak condition. So let's see what's left to eke out of the preparation to get in top shape for March 24th. Thanks for watching. Remember, keep running, keep biking, and then run again. Appreciate you watching. Thanks. Catch you next time.